So today we are talking about this. This is the 75mm f1.2 by Sirui, and it has quickly become my absolute favorite lens for the Sony APS-C system, like the A6700 and the FX30. Now, I've made a video about this lens before, it was kind of like a first impressions video, and if you saw that video, you'll know that I received this from Sirui, and they sent me a set. It was this one plus the 16mm. I've since gotten rid of the 16mm because I don't like it. The autofocusing on it was terrible, and I was very, very critical of that lens. This is a whole different story though. I love this thing. This thing is just stunning and has very quickly become my favorite lens. For a couple of reasons. One, it's a 75mm, which is a kind of different style of focal length than most people tend to be using. It's different from the typical 50 or 35, stuff like that. And it gives you a very different look. It's more compressed than an 85mm by a decent amount. On a full frame equivalent, of course. This is for APS-C only, but it gives you an absolutely beautiful image, especially for portraits. I think it is just stunning for portraits, which is primarily what we've used this lens for portraiture. And we used it also on a professional shoot over at KCU's graduation ceremony just a couple of weeks ago, and it came in clutch for having to be far away and try to get some nice walking shots, and also just for candids. This is a phenomenal lens for candids, for weddings or events and all that kind of stuff, because you can be far away enough from your subject that they actually can't see you or really notice you, and they don't think you're taking a photo of them, which is always nice because you get a more natural image that way. Helps you be a little bit more discreet. Now, the lens itself isn't actually all that big. I think it's actually a very reasonable size, but the glass in there, look at that thing. Look, there I am on the other side there. Look how much glass is in that. I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of glass. It is a really, really beautiful looking lens. Focus ring is super nice and smooth. It is not weather sealed, so that is a major downside for a lot of people. But the reason that this excites me so much for a lot of APS-C shooters, especially on Sony or other options, is this comes in at like $400 brand new, and it's currently on sale on Amazon with, it's got like a coupon code that brings it down to 320 bucks. $320 for an amazing portrait lens that is more than capable of doing professional work. I think it's an absolute bargain. Now, the lens does come with a lens hood, but I don't like using it because I love the way that this lens flares. I love, you can get a lot of flaring out of this lens, and I think it's very pleasing. I'll show you even more in some video footage that I'll show you later. But the flaring that comes out of this lens I think is just gorgeous, and again, works so well for some nice portraiture. Now, I was very critical of the 16mm for its autofocus, and after extensive use with this lens, this has not been a problem. The autofocus on this has been super snappy and great, especially with the A6700, which have that new sort of AI autofocusing chip. It just works super, super well. And I absolutely love it with the A6700. I think it's a really nicely balanced size of a lens for the kind of image that you're getting out of it. Now, another lovely thing about the f1.2 of this lens is that makes a huge difference in low light performance of your camera. One of the downsides to any APS-C camera is that the low light performance is not quite as good, but you can make up for that by using different kinds of lenses. So recently we had this like impromptu worship session down at in a cave at Carter Caves here in Kentucky, and we brought a whole bunch of students down there and did this worship night. And I've got a whole bunch of video footage that I'm going to show you, but this was all filmed on the FX30 with this lens, 75mm at f1.2, and I had to push the ISO up to 8000, so that hopefully tells you how dark it was in this cave. There was literally like 2 or 3 little spotlights that the cave had. We brought no equipment with us, just a camera, because that's all that we had, and just got some shots. And I think this footage that you're seeing at the moment is just gorgeous. I think it looks really, really nice. Also, I was really impressed with the FX30's low light performance, especially once you grade it, and if you crush the blacks a little bit and then raise them again, and we'll maybe do another video on that if you're interested, let me know. But I think the low light performance of this camera at 8000 ISO is actually very, very usable. Also, having about 100 voices down in this super echoey cool cave doing a little worship set, if that's the kind of thing that you're into, was awesome.
Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me.
So anyway, that's the kind of footage and the kind of images that you can get with this sort of lens. And the question is, should you buy it, right? Should you pick up this lens? And I think that if you're a photographer, especially if you're doing any professional work, any portraiture, stuff like that, or events, this is a no-brainer to me. Genuinely, like for weddings, for events, or for portraits, absolute no-brainer. You should pick it up because it is a phenomenal lens to have in your kit. For video, it's a little bit different. 75mm on APS-C for video is a relatively niche shot. Not very many people are filming like that, and you need to have very steady hands, and you should probably have all the kind of stabilization that you can have set on your camera, or even use a gimbal, because obviously zoomed in that far, you're going to get every tiny little bit of shake. So for video, I think it's great. I think it's fun because it's very different from what a lot of other people are kind of shooting with, but we certainly haven't used it anywhere near as much for video as we have for photo. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you find this interesting. If you've liked the video, do give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, all those kinds of things, and let me know what you think about this lens. I'm very, very impressed. I've been semi-critical of a decent amount of Sirui's lenses, mainly their anamorphics. I'm not a massive fan, but I love this Prime series and I love a lot of their other gear, one of which I'm going to show you next week. It's actually right behind the camera there, and I'm super excited about that one. But if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, maybe even subscribe as we continue to build this channel. I appreciate all of you for doing so, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.